Welcome to my Fire Emblem Three Houses Blue Lions route playthrough. I'm Nolan from New Game Plus, and if you're just joining me in this Fire Emblem Three Houses journey, it came out roughly a month ago, a little more than a month ago, and I have been enjoying it so much. In fact, Dustin will be joining me for a secret episode coming up today, maybe soon. I just completed my first playthrough of the game and I beat it with the Black Eagles. So I did the Black Eagle route with Edelgard. I went with the Empire the whole way, and I have thoughts. But the great thing about this game is the replayability. You have two other routes that you can go through in this game. So you have the Blue Lions and the Golden Deer. I am going to be doing a Golden Deer playthrough as well, and Bradley is going to be joining me for that. My friend Bradley, who is a Fire Emblem player and fan, and who has also been enjoying this game. I thought it would be fun to have like co-commentary on a playthrough, like an entire route. So hopefully we can continue that and keep that going. But I have such an itch to play this game that I wanted to record myself playing through the Blue Lions. And I'm really excited about this playthrough because I've heard that the Blue Lions in particular have the best story out of the three. I mean, obviously that's subjective. I'm not sure if I'll agree, but like I said, I have thoughts about the route that I took and what transpired. And what's really cool about whatever you think about the story is that it's very different than other Fire Emblem games. Not in tropes and some of the predictable things that they'll throw at you, but in the writing. It's a little more interesting and there's some more depth to it than the simple, like, oh no, it's a dragon. What do we have to do now? And I actually was questioning some of the decisions that I made in my playthrough, which is unique for the series. So, all that being said, we're going to go Blue Lions. I know nothing about them. Like, I know Dimitri is the house leader, and that's about it. So, I'm really looking forward to this Let's Play of Fire Emblem. So, let's just jump into it right now. Okay, so this is the game. I have started a new file. A couple things up front that we need to be clear about. So in this playthrough, we are doing New Game Plus, haha, of course, meaning that I beat the game and now I'm on a new save, and it's called New Game Plus, and you retain your renown, your battalions, and your professor level. Maybe something else that I don't know about, but you also get access to like the crests that you can, the inventory crests that you can purchase and put on students, and it just opens up like customizable options. So New Game Plus, this is a hard mode run, and we're playing on classic, meaning that our characters die, then they're dead for good, and then hard is just the hardest difficulty we have right now. There is DLC coming and future updates coming that are going to introduce a lunatic mode, and then like something after that. That sounds really intense, but is going to be awesome. So those are the settings, and that's the setup for this playthrough. And I started a file already, and I did the tutorial stage. It's nothing interesting, nothing you haven't seen if you've looked up this game or watched a Let's Play or played it yourself. And so I just got that out of the way and got to the important part of the game where you actually choose your house. And since I don't know much about the Blue Lions, I thought it would be cool for us to go through and learn about each one of the students. This first quest that Rhea gives you, she wants you to go around the monastery and talk to all three of the house leaders. And what they'll do is introduce each one of their students.
You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery.
Okay, still not done
you're
talking.
investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
They did, actually. So that's Dimitri, the house leader. a favorite from a lot of the fan base. According to YouTube and all the memes and subreddits and all the people that I follow that play this game, Dimitri is really sick. I always liked him, actually. When I started this game up, I knew from before I got it that I was going to do Black Eagles like most people because Edelgard's Bay or whatever. When I got through that first tutorial chapter and it was like asking me questions about, or when I got to start meeting these characters, I was really liking Dimitri, and he was kind of tempting me to go his route. However, I didn't. I stayed true to my first decision, but I'm stoked to finally get to play him. Okay, so we know Dimitri. Dedue is his right-hand man. This is going to be similar to like Hubert was for Edelgard, I'm assuming.
Dedue was born in Dusker,
Dedue.
and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
I think I'm going to like this guy a lot. He didn't really want to talk to me when I wasn't the Blue Lions professor in my last run, and I think he's just got Hubert vibes, except not as annoying as Hubert. Hubert's his own thing. He's almost evil, or like he wants to appear evil. I actually enjoyed Hubert. A lot of people watching my streams told me they hated him, but I think I'm really gonna like this guy. I like right-hand men. They're always fun. They're good characters, typically. And this guy looks cool. So he's an axe user, looks like. He's like just an all-out strength powerhouse. His strength is 12. That's a really good base for a strength. And his speed's 7, so he seems like a really, really good unit based on his bases. And he's got 8 defense, too. So he can be like an Armor Knight powerhouse kind of thing.
Hello.
Felix, I hear, is
Felix
broken.
Is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
Okay, so Felix is kind of our Myrmidon and / Swordmaster unit. Really fast, so 9 speed as a base, and then his strength is base 10, so that's actually pretty solid for a sword user at level 1. I don't have growths pulled up. I should have growths pulled up for future episodes of this, and trust me, I will, because I want us to be able to talk that out a little bit. I do know from what I hear that Felix is like super good. He's a really good unit. So we're probably gonna keep him a Swordmaster. I don't know. I haven't decided on classes yet because this game still overwhelms me when it comes to that stuff. I'll have to continue talking it out. Actually, I wanted to see his defining ability. Unit deals 5 extra damage when no battalion is assigned or when battalion endurance is 0. Okay, that seems really broken. So we're not going to put a battalion on Felix. Battalions are broken in their own right, but that seems super good, especially early game. And then I didn't catch Dedue's either. I want to see that because those are important. Staunch Shield. If unit takes no action except wait, grants defense +4 for 1 turn. Okay, so we can get 12 defense if we just go into the middle of enemies and wait. With 7 speed and 12 strength. Okay, that seems really good early game too. Okay, Ash.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
So Ash is an adopted son, and early on in the story, in fact in like 2 chapters, probably not in this episode but soon, his stepfather is kind of rebelling, and we kind of have to, you'll see. But I don't know how I feel about Ash. I'm tempted to bench Ash. Like I benched Linhardt, basically. I ended up using him in the Black Eagles, but you kind of gravitate towards other characters, and so far, from what I know about the Blue Lions, Ash, but he has Lockpick, which is really cool, so I guess he's your thief? Allows unit to open doors and chests without keys. That's really good. Kind of odd that he has that, to be honest with you. I'm planning on recruiting Petra, that might change, and if I get Petra, then I'll have my lockpick, my stealth, my thief, whatever. So we'll see. He's a bow user, strength and axes as well, and sucks at magic apparently. Sylvain.
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser.
Dimitri.
Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
I think I'm gonna really like Dimitri as a leader. Okay, Sylvain's the Sane, but he has Kent's hair. He's the Sane of the Blue Lions, meaning that he is a flirt and is all about the ladies. I guess he would be Black Eagle's Ferdinand, but bases, okay, pretty good. They're okay, I guess. He's gonna be a Cavalier. I think that's what he gravitates towards. And I love Cavaliers / Paladins. Mounted units are just broken. They have access to Canto, which is an ability that allows you to move after attacking or taking an action. So, okay, look at his defining ability, Philanderer. If a female ally is adjacent, unit deals 2 extra damage and takes 2 less damage during combat. That would be broken in Golden Deer. I think Golden Deer has mostly female, right? Or is it this house that has mostly female? Yeah, so this house has only 3 females. So if he was in Golden Deer, which I think is majority female, he would be, that'd be pretty good. Here, nah, like it's kind of a gimmick ability. It'll if it comes in handy, it'll be on accident. Like I'm probably not going to strategically place him next to women on the battlefield. I don't know. That might change. And 2 extra damage, takes 2 less is good. Can be really good, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick or keep him a Cavalier.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
Okay. Her name is Mercedes or something like that. I'm gonna call her Mercedes probably, just because I think it's funny. Magic user, healer, I think, mainly. Yeah, so live to serve. When healing an ally with white magic, unit recovers the same amount of HP. That's super good. I like that a lot. So Mercedes is going to be my healer. I am thinking about making her my dancer. You come to a place in the story where you get the option to choose who you want to make a dancer. Her charm is already 8, so it won't be hard to get her 13 plus. And I think she'd make a cool dancer, and she'd still have access to healing magic. I'm not sure what else she gets. Hopefully she gets like rescue, physic, I don't know. Annette, another magic user, right?
Dominic's niece. She's a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
Okay. Annette is another crowd favorite, apparently. I know very little about her other than what Dimitri just said. Magic 11. Resistance 4. But yeah, she's got Perseverance. Use Rally to grant Strength +4 on an ally. I thought that was called Rally Strength. I guess it's just called something different because it's her defining ability. So, another magic user. I like magic users. Black Eagle had a ton of magic users. What, 4? 3 at least. Dorothea, Hubert, Linhart, someone else, maybe? I like magic users, especially in this game. The way they rework the magic system is beautiful. I love it. And then Ingrid.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
Okay, I didn't know that. So Dimitri, Felix, Ingrid, and Sylvain were childhood friends. Didn't know that. Super love that. And looking forward to some of the support conversations that will no doubt reveal some of that backstory. By the way, I love how they handled backstory on some of these characters and how they handled some of the supports. Okay, defining ability, Lady Knight. Grants might +3 and hit +5 with gambits. What? That seems kind of stupid good, because gambits are stupid good, and she has no weakness? Yeah, we're using Ingrid. I'm going to make her a Falcon Knight, because in my last playthrough, I did not have a Falcon Knight. And she is strong in flying, and it just seems natural. So we're going to get her Lance rank up and her flying rank up and make her a Pegasus Knight. And I would love to break the mold with some of these characters. I basically said for each one that I'm going to do what's expected of them. And I know that's kind of boring, maybe for some of you, maybe not. So I'm going to be thinking about what to do with these characters and maybe some unique things that I can end up doing. I do know that I'm going to be getting some hidden talents. So Felix has a pretty good one. I forget what it's called, but I'm going to get it. Oh, I think it's Black Magic Crit +10. Not sure. So I'm super excited. I like all these characters. In Black Eagles, with Hubert, I was like, okay. With Bernie, I was like, okay. With Linhardt, I was like, hate. And by the end of it, I love Bernie. She's great. I don't love her as much as Bernie fanboys, but she ended up being a really strong unit for me. And Hubert, I actually enjoyed by the end of it. I know it's kind of he's super annoying at first, but by the end, he's just obsessed with a girl. Like, you just gotta level with him, and he's gonna do anything for her. So, whatever. And I think he got with Edelgard in my playthrough. I was like, man, come on. Anyways.
I appreciate your effort.
Okay, so we completed that quest with Rhea. We talked to all of the house leaders, and we got an Iron Sword and a Vulnerary, and 500 Gs. Yep, return to audience chamber. I don't have anything else to do, and we're not going to bore you all with any more talking.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I am going to shut up for the most part for the dialogue, just to make the playthrough cohesive. I also don't want to skip supports. I'm not going to skip them. I'm going to watch them. As for like including them in the videos, you guys let me know. I know it's a lot of talking, but it could be interesting. I also have thoughts on Rhea. I can't wait to record that secret episode with Dustin. Okay.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Oh, I wonder who they pick. I wonder who's going to be Black Eagle Professor. Love this. Okay, it's going to be Blue Lions, a house for students from the Kingdom of Fargus. Most value chivalry and excel at military arts.
So you have chosen the Blue Lions led by Dimitri, correct?
You got it.
Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you
This
guide
feels
these
wrong.
open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
Like, don't tell
They
my
are all
Black Eagle
promising
house that I
youths
did
who
that.
bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Oh my gosh, I just thought
Brother?
about having to kill Bernie in battle.
I
Oh
am
no.
so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
I don't remember her being
No,
introduced this
no,
early.
It's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers Academy. I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor.
I made Flane a dancer
I am
last
Seventh's
playthrough,
little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
and it was a terrible mistake
Let us
because
focus on the
she
topic
doesn't stay with the
at
Black
hand.
Eagles.
There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the 3 houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
Sketchy. Okay. I'm not gonna make Flane a dancer, although I
Does
think
this
she'd
mean
stay
our
with me.
professor is
Oh,
No.
I have to shut up now for
I can't
real
believe
because
it.
these are new student
But I was
introductions.
speaking to you so casually, as though we were companions. Oh, I am so sorry, Professor.
Oh, no.
You just look the same age as the rest of us, and... Oh, and I'm sorry I just said that too. I really must watch my tongue.
I like her, but is she Bernadetta? Don't lie to me. I do like her voice actor a lot, though.
You say that, but I just don't know about all of this.
I'll admit, it doesn't sit well with me either. After all, we wish to show you due respect.
Sure, but if the professor says it's okay, shouldn't that be enough? That is, if your highness can consent to such a thing. After all, we're already speaking this way to our future king, so we may as well relax our speech with our professor too, right?
Am I gonna
Well,
accidentally
we're
like
not
that guy?
in the kingdom, so it only goes to follow that we should all speak companionably.
That's exactly what he wants me to do, though.
I concede. If the professor says it's fine, we ought to accept that kindness gratefully.
As for me, I'm not sure I can manage.
You don't have to force yourself if it's too difficult. You're fine with that too, right, Professor?
Right, Professor? I don't like her, too.
Come to the training ground later. There, you will show me what you're capable of.
Oh, goodness.
You aren't wasting
Hubert?
any time, are you, Felix? As it were, count me in for any such battle.
Pardon me, but I would also love to observe you in battle for future reference, if that's okay with
I
you.
like his freckles.
Ash, I won't have you speak of merely watching. You should join us as well.
If you get injured, simply say the word and I'll patch you up straight away.
Your Highness, do take care not to go overboard.
You worry too much to do. I'll be fine, I promise.
My companions, is there not something inherently wrong with crossing blades as a way to bond with each other?
Not enough grills in this house.
I never thought of it
I
that
quit.
way. Well, if that's how you feel, I suppose you'll just stay behind while the rest of us are at the training ground?
Ingrid, my dearest friend, you really are too harsh on me.
Well then, Professor, what do you think? As you can see, the Blue Lion House is a lively bunch, but you'll find none who work harder. I'm certain we'll cause our fair share of trouble, but I'm very much looking forward to the year ahead.
Me too, me too. Okay, I love them all. So that's a good sign. I genuinely am interested in each character in the Blue Lions and want to know more and kind of want to use them all too. So that's easy to do, especially in hard mode. I feel like I played normal my first playthrough and honestly it was like a misclick. I should have played hard. I have played Fire Emblem for many, many years and made the mistake of playing the super duper easy normal mode. So I'm excited to play on hard. And I think that in hard mode, I will get more use out of each and every unit. That's not always the best strategy. But anyways, it's going to be hard for me to bench one of them is what I'm trying to say. But I think it would be Ash,
While
if
you're
any.
here, I'd like to use this device I designed to
Okay,
determine whether the power of a crest resides within you.
I do.
Won't hurt a
I've got
bit.
one.
Promise.
I'll try to stay away from
You don't
spoilers as well
know
if this is
about
your first
crests.
time watching this game.
Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear?
Oh,
This
goodness.
will take
It's
a
not.
while.
It's not clear.
Crests are a fascinating topic.
Oh, here
But
we go.
before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines.
It's also going to be good for me to get a refresher on the story. One playthrough is not enough because you miss so much because you're just like, yeah, okay, I got it. There's a goddess. Cool, we have crests. But a lot of the details get lost. And so I'm hoping that playing a different route
Those
also
who
helps
carry
reveal
crests
some of those
may excel at
mysteries.
magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal
The
understanding.
contemplating stance
now.
Byleth always takes.
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it.
Hint,
That is
hint.
how a crest usually presents itself.
Okay, you've been talking a while, Heinemann. I'm actually going to skip things that feel tutorial-y, and this feels tutorial-y. Do what you can to find out.
Yes, of course.
Get to the bottom
Now,
of it straight away.
Please
Yep.
go ahead.
Whoa.
What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. To think, there are still crests out there that...
Okay, so he doesn't know about my
Pardon
crest. He's got to study it.
unrestrained jubilation. I have more research to do in regard...
Yeah, okay.
What could this line here... What in the world?
It's kind of a boring little plot point. I wish they would have explained it a little more. Like, Hanneman scans you, starts researching your crest, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you have this crest, but you're using it the whole time. Like, it's happening during battle, and it doesn't really explain that. Renown has increased as a special... Wait. Renown has increased as a special perk from your New Game Plus save file. So that's part of...
Professors of the Officers Academy received
Yeah, yeah,
notes
yeah.
the day. Pay careful.
Yep. We don't need that. Okay. Cool. So now I can't do it yet, but there's a diary in the bottom left here. Actually, I'll take the camera off. In the bottom left, that diary will be an interactable object, and I can do Renown from there. Renown is just a currency in the game that you're gaining as you play, and it's like it unlocks passives, it unlocks a bunch of stat stuff, and I didn't realize while I was playing through the first time that it would come back later and be like an important thing. So you'll see later what that does. I'll be learning about it as well because this is my second playthrough. I don't know about it fully. So it's going to be fun discovering all those things together. But I think that's going to be it for our first episode. I'm really excited about this playthrough and learning more about the Blue Lions and getting to play some of the different chapters later in the game. So thanks so much for joining me. Once again, I'm Nolan from New Game Plus, and I will see you next time.